Chiapas is a lush forested highland state in southeastern Mexico. At around 7,000 feet high, this is the homeland of the Maya. The Maya are proud people with strong cultures and colorful traditions. Each of the 8 distinct indigenous groups has their own language and customs, which have survived from ancient civilizations. Once rulers of a sprawling empire, today in the 21st century, these people are among the country's least privileged. Juana Perez Santis lives in a small community an hour's drive from the main town in the region, San Cristobal de las Casas. She is 32 years old and lives with her partner and 3 children in a 2-room house made of mud bricks. There is no running water, and the family sleeps together in a small room that is also storage for corn and a few basic possessions. Every meal is cooked on an open fire, burning large amounts of wood. For a Mayan woman, it is one of her daily chores to go into the forest to collect enough firewood to keep the hearth going.
Mas no por si, mas no por necesit كتيانيو إسنا همت ونوم سي مان بيشا سي نشتق عشان ما أنا نجيب مش ماني سي نشتقونه يعني تطاريا دي سي تيو كمو كنيان تكوتش على تطاريا تيو يعني ده mas no por si ده كوش تلي سي إنه اللي لك تكيلي تلسنا مالا لي تري هنتون.
The job of collecting wood is strenuous for the women, but these gender roles are deeply ingrained in Mayan tradition. Juana was a young girl when she met her partner, Mario. It's been a happy, if unconventional, relationship, marred by moments of tragedy.
أكيد بتكتكل حتى وطلع بونه ما بلي نبون حتى وطلع وأنت حكيك هو قلتنا لمينه هم كون تتكلم أي كل كتش أشوا شامم أشوا أشوا سايس يجيك كل كتكل قال لي مالي هجيك أو تست ديس سايس أنيو قال لي تله.
Juana has put the loss of her children behind her. Now, like most of her friends, she earns money for her family selling embroideries to tourists. She used to make traditional Mayan fabrics on a loom, but the technique is hard work, and it eventually became too much for her.
أبغى كسيان لي مسوى نشكل تكه لي أمد لي حلاف توش كتي حلاف ونشكوشي مولي عليه لي بيتش باس لاستمر أولا بتكي تي حلاف تحلم تاني شكوشي محبطون واني تستالي تسمان تشكني هاجي أمد تولي تسمان تشكني هاجي أمد تولي مسوى نشتي حلاف تحل تهاوي موتشي متكوتي وتاس موتشي متكوتي كت حالي تسكت كوتشكلي تسيسكو كوتيكون وانها ماس على جوبولش قال هلا منه على شكوشي محبطيك تشكوشي مقومتيك وتقول ليه ماس شال تقولني بيروني نوشيلو بوتيك ولي اوكي وشلا بني اكو تقومتش الا مسني قومت كوتشي باش تادش لها ولي اكو شاليه شيتشو شيتو بس لازم ولي قوم اوكي.
Embroidering blouses might be less strenuous, but it's still hard trying to make enough money to feed the family. The problem is that Juana is the only breadwinner. This is Juana's partner, Mario. A few years ago, he traveled illegally to America to find a job so he could send money home to his family. It didn't work out. He fell seriously ill and had to return to Mexico. Mario is a builder, but since he was elected secretary of the village committee, He hardly has time for paid work. So Juana has a problem. How can she increase the family income and lift them out of poverty? She needs money to invest in her embroidery business. But who will give credit to someone as poor as she is? Pilar Garcia has dedicated herself to helping women like Juana. She was inspired by the ideas of Nobel Prize-winning economist Muhammad Yunus.
The first time I heard about it, I thought it was really a wonderful thing. I thought this is really a tool to help people to have a better life.
Pilar went to Bangladesh to see how Professor Yunus's ideas had transformed the lives of the women craft workers who borrowed money from his bank. When she returned to Mexico, she set up Al Sol, an organization providing credit to Mexico's poorest people.
We started in '99, we had 179, and now we have 12,500 women.
Pilar wanted in particular to help the Mayan women in Chiapas.
I'm not from Chiapas. I came here about 35 years ago, and I'm with them because I can see the poverty with them, and I can see the needs they have, and the few opportunities of education. And I think poverty is a lack of opportunities, and they have so few opportunities.
Juana is just the kind of woman struggling to keep her family out of poverty that Pilar has tried to help. But before she can qualify for a loan from Al Sol, there is a lot she needs to learn. Like the original scheme in Bangladesh, Al Sol requires women like Juana to join a group of friends who will guarantee each other's loans. Today, Juana and her group are meeting loan officer Mateo, who will be helping them on their first steps to becoming micro-entrepreneurs.
Rosa Pérez Vázquez. Bueno, ¿vote?
Juana Pérez Santos.
Juana Pérez Santis. Bueno, ¿vote?
Mateo is fluent in Tzotzil, the language of the indigenous Mayan population. It's enabled him to work closely with these remote communities.
Catarina. Y las mujeres monolingües pues realmente no tienen esa posibilidad porque no pueden comunicarse con otras personas que no hablen su lengua. Entonces así difícilmente pueden sobresalir, sino que quedarse en la comunidad y trabajar lo que se hace en la comunidad, ¿no? Casarse, mantener los hijos, todo lo que se hace en una casa familiar. Su actividad ya no pasa de ahí, esa es su vida cotidiana.
For Mayan women to take on the responsibility of a loan is a big step, and Mateo has to explain precisely what Al Sol's aims are.
Nosotros entramos con las personas, siempre con la información de que nosotros el programa no pertenece a ninguna institución política ni religiosa ni gubernamental, sino que es una asociación civil, ¿sí? Que trabaja para mujeres, para que sean más independientes, digamos, de sus esposos y de poder contribuir más en sus casas.
At first, the men are not always at ease with these arrangements.
When we start a new center, a new woman, always the men are all looking around, always. Like you feel like, well, they should go and start working or do something, no? But as soon as they see that we're not doing anything wrong to their families, to their women, they just stop being there and they leave us.
For the women, it's an empowering moment, an opportunity to take control of their own and their families' lives.
They are like very shy in the beginning, very shy, and they go like this, they don't see you. But once you are a friend or once that you know them, they can be very strong, and they laugh, and as any other woman, no? They are wonderful people, I think. They are wonderful women.
Eso. Entonces,
Mateo will now take the loan applications from Juana and her friends back to El Sol. For the women, it will be an agonizing 2 weeks wait. If they're successful, they will get an average of $180 for their first loan. But where does that money come from?